My cat just tried to climb up the back of my habit. So
Oh my God, that is naughty.
Ahura chose violence and chaos today.
Out of
It
control.
is what it is. I might, like I said, I might pause it and have to like move her into another room or something. My God, she's crazy. She's still like half a kitten, so she's got her spicy
Yeah,
moments. Super sweet
nice.
otherwise.
That's
But
good.
I am very excited to have you here today. This is your first time on as a guest and not a
Mm-hmm.
co-host.
Yeah.
My loverly friend, Vita DeVoid.
My lovery, my lovery.
My
The place
lovery.
you go for love. It's like a laundromat of hearts.
I'm out of practice, so I should have done some vocal warm-ups or something. Jesus.
Me too. I've been hosting in a theater show for the last like month, and my head is just so full of being one personality that's not mine at all. So it's like, wow, I actually just get to talk. Huh.
And just be yourself, which is
That's a
lovely.
shame. No, it's a shame.
Stop.
It's shameful.
As you know, I brought you here today to talk about Ghoul's Ball.
No. Ghouls
Mm.
ball. Ghouls
For
ball.
anyone that is somehow unfamiliar with Ghoul's Ball, I'm wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your production that's coming up on 3 year anniversary.
The 3 year anniversary. It is going to be March 22nd, the year of our Lord 2026. And it's at Knucklehead Hollywood, which is kind of a rock and roll joint, but it's fun. There's a courtyard of vendors there selling all kinds of cool ghost inspired goodies, oddities, spooky fashion, goth stuff, horror stuff. There's a fantastic bar in there, and the bartenders are phenomenal, like world class, great cocktails. For those of you who don't drink, we have some fabulous mocktails that I've whipped up that are very exciting. Ghost on the dance floor all night. There's going to be some entertainment provided by a couple of fun surprises, but also our Sisters of Phantasm are returning, which is really cool. So they're working hard on some fun tributes to their favorite papas and their favorite eras of Ghost, which is cute. And I'm still working out a little bit more of it, but that's about the gist of it. So we're also focusing heavily on costume contests and dressing in your ritual ready best to make it a scene.
Yes, because with any sort of ghost ritual, aka concert, there is an emphasis on costuming, cosplay,
Hmm.
characters. So I think it's really fun that you're always celebrating that at Ghouls Ball. How do
Always.
you feel about making it to that 3 year mark? Because in the business world, if you make it to 3 years, you're pretty much good to go,
Hmm.
and it's
I
going
mean,
to be a
I'll
long-term business.
I'll do this as long as people still keep coming.
Yeah, yeah,
So when
of
people
course.
stop coming, I'll turn it into like an ABBA party or whatever. I'll figure out something. So I'm feeling pretty good about it because it is like the event for Ghost fans, which is really cool. There's a lot of other things going on in different places, which is really cool. I'm seeing a lot of newer fan events coming up, which is nice. And a lot of the organizers have attended Ghouls Ball in the past. They kind of got a flavor of what their event could be, which is cool. Um, I'm feeling like I would love to travel it a little more than I have. It's just so hard to do. And cost wise, finding venues, finding people that can collaborate in different cities with that actually know how to run an event, that have experience in it. It's very hard to do. Um, but yeah, I kind of figured out the formula for success for it because I've kind of had to animate all of it to work around me in a robotic way. Like, you guys know how to set this up, you know how to do that, go. I'm just going to sit here and freak out over ticket sales. But yeah, I'm feeling really good about it. I'm happy that it's a thing. I'm happy that it's still here. I'm really happy that Ghost hasn't sued me yet. That's nice.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why they haven't sued you.
There's a
You
reason they haven't
know,
sued me yet.
there's a reason why they
But
haven't sued you. Yeah.
yeah, I would love to explore the possibility of broadcasting it. I think it would be kind of cool with like some live streaming from spots around the venue. I think it'd be really fun so people can kind of see what it is, at least just one of the events. That would be really nice. I would love to come back to inviting guests to come and be a part of it as autograph signings and things like that. That was always really
Mhm.
cool. Um, I'm kind of happy that I'm moving away from involving so much live music because I feel like it distracts from the dance floor and the immersion and people hanging out and getting to know each other and exploring like their little fun, immersive, like the things that they've built in their minds of the characters that they dress up as. Like they don't really get as much time to play around with that if there's a band playing 'cause it's so loud and everyone's really obsessed with, singing back to the whatever band is on. It's fun. It's just maybe cutting back on that a little bit and making it more about dance floor, dress up, play, drink, shop. I think that would just be more the direction I'd like to have it going.
It also keeps things on, I would say it's not simple because there's a lot that
Mm.
goes into these productions, but it helps keep things in a bit of a nice neat box that you can travel with too, because you
It
can't
does.
necessarily travel with a band. It's
It's
really
true.
hard. I don't think other people understand this when they ask for a Ghoul's Ball across the United
They
States.
don't.
It is so expensive to travel with a
So
whole
expensive.
crew. And so you need to make a more concise version of Ghoul's
Hmm.
Ball or a Phantasm event that you can travel with. And so you've been able to do that in the UK, which,
Hmm.
as you know, I was so excited for that. I'm like,
It
you're
was
taking it
very good.
international.
Yeah, we brought it to Manchester in August of 2024.
I think so,
Yeah, August
yeah.
of 2024. Sold out immediately. It was amazing. The venue was so just stunned with it. They're still in touch with me, that same venue. They keep wanting me to do things. It's really cute. Um, I've had to condense that traveling bit of it down so it doesn't have a lot of the decor and a lot of the scenery that we've built up because my access to my storage and props and things like that is very limited. And I can only fly
Mhm.
and travel with what fits into a tiny suitcase. And Ghoul's Ball takes several carloads, if not van loads, of assets to make it work. But I've been
Yes.
lucky enough to figure it out. And I don't have the need for like a huge DJ rig. I don't need a massive, booth of stuff. I don't, it kind of has a life of its own now. And the talent that I've been kind of acquiring for this kind of comes with their own stuff for local artists. Like we hired Liverpool for
Hmm.
our London event in November, and that was fantastic because he just turned up with everything he needed. Hired an entire troupe of Sisters of Sin to follow with him, and brought his
Amazing.
own posse and entourage and setup crew and teardown crew, and it was insane. It was so good. But I didn't have to worry about that because I know he's completely self-contained. So bringing a band out probably would never happen on the road unless I went to a place that
No.
has a tribute band in place already. Like that, I would love to do, but it's also a matter of finding a venue that will work with me and my budget because it's not a lot.
Also, it seems like that would be more of a band-oriented Ghouls Ball versus like
Hmm.
dance floor party,
Yeah,
costume, gala
I
kind
want it to
of
be.
event.
I've always wanted to just be a party. It doesn't
Yeah.
really need anything else. The Manchester event, we didn't really have much in the way of live entertainment. We had a few drag acts,
Hmm.
some cabaret, and a costume contest, and that was enough. People were so happy with it. So seeing that much joy, and they partied me out. It was nuts. They wouldn't let me close the party down. I had to keep going. The revelers. But so seeing how that worked with just like a suitcase full of stuff, I don't really need to keep it, all this crazy rigging and stuff. It is nice to have it, but it lives on its own. The people
Hmm.
that come make it an event. The people that show up and make a scene for themselves and play with each other and not like playing with each other sometimes,
Or
but dance around and do their own little goofy content shoots within the event. It's just so fun and it's exciting and it makes it a thing. Yeah, it lives on its own.
oh, absolutely. Are
Yeah.
you, do you ever hit a wall with these? Because, just sometimes you'll hear other producers say, I'm just so exhausted. I don't know how I can go on. Like, but then they just find the energy, they become energized by
Oh,
something
I
that
guess I have to
happens.
go. I just have to
And
go
like,
do
oh,
this
I gotta do
party.
it. No, I have to do it. They become energized. So do you ever find yourself hitting a wall and then you're able to grab that passion again and go, you know what? I'm just gonna push through this and do another goals ball.
I haven't done it yet. And I know you'll remember conversations where I was too ambitious and wanted to do it more and more. And I was like,
Oh,
kind of,
every month?
there was
I
some
was like,
pushback. There was some pushback with my team that was like, please do not do that to us. And I was like, yeah, you just sit it out then. I'll just go ahead and do it. And you guys were like, no, please don't do that. And it's like, no, but I want to. So I've not hit that yet because
good.
it's still fun. It's fun for me the way that I do it. It's streamlined. I
Hmm.
still get time to play. I still get time to dance. I get time to dress up and take pictures of people and do content with other people that are there. Like everyone's like, hey, do this goofy scene with me because you're dressed up like this character I like. Bam, phone. And it's like, oh my God, yeah, let's do it. So I still get to do that and I get to play around. So it is still fun for me, even though it is a mountain of work. All the work is done before I even load into the venue to set up the party. The rest of it is just I get to experience a party for something that I'm really passionate about and something I adore. And it's super cringe, but I love cringe. But yeah, no, I haven't gotten sick of it yet. I haven't been so drained or exhausted that I never wanted to do it again. There have been some places I probably wouldn't take it again, but
Yes.
I mean, for various reasons, like just the logistics didn't work out, or weather wasn't permitting, or parking was not it. But I think if I am exploring more places to go and bring it, I think I'll find some cool spots that I just end up wanting to keep coming back to. That's why always love Knucklehead. They just kind of give me the keys to the place and say, do whatever you want, just squeegee up the blood later, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
When they see me
Yeah,
hauling the
they
confetti cannon inside the doors, they just go,
love the confetti. The confetti cannons are
up the
such a
confetti cannon.
freaking enhancement to the
Oh,
event.
it's so good. I didn't get to do it. We did a small cocktail party at the Roguelike. Didn't get to do it there. We didn't get to do it at the London event because I also was bartending at that place and I knew I'd
Mhm.
be the one responsible for mopping
Oh
everything
yeah.
up. So we behaved ourselves, but it was very hard. It's better with confetti. You
It
need to
is
have
so much better
confetti.
with confetti, and it's
It's
fun
come on, it's
when
canon. It's lore.
it's
You need to have
it
that.
is it's so fun, and it just the look on people's faces too when it's like, oh my God,
It's
there's gold
raining
confetti.
gold.
Yeah, I love doing that. Hopefully I can bring my other cannon up on the anniversary and we can
Oh
just
yeah. I'll
blast
get all the
it in people's
confetti for it.
faces.
The one cannon is plenty. I drowned that place. And when I opened it
It's
up
true.
later to clean it out, there was still a pound of confetti inside it that didn't launch. So it's like, we're good. I think what I would
We're,
add to it is probably get some more fake mummy dust made to shove in there. Just like little ones would be kind of cute. Just
that would be super cute.
shove a plushie down into it and see if it
Oh my God, this projectile.
just they did that at a ghost ritual at some point last year. I remember seeing that. That was really
Just
fun.
flung out. That is freaking hilarious.
Flung it right out. Somebody got a photo of it flying through the air.
Oh, I love that. That is how what I envision doing with my plushie too, just launching that thing because they are scary as hell.
They're
Jeez.
so hideous. I love them. It's funny because
So we,
people bring their collections to these events. Like, okay,
mhm.
don't lose that.
Oh yeah, they'll be holding all of their plushies in their arms.
Somebody showed up at our bowling event that we did with all their plushies and did photo shoots with them. Do you remember that?
I think
That's
so, yeah.
incredible. We did, for reference, we did a bowling with Papa, and we showed up as various Papas, and it was an all ages thing, and it was hilarious. And it was doomed. Like from the second we started, it was hysterical. And then everyone brought their plushies and toys and costumes and goofy shit out, and everyone was just doing all these funny little photo shoots and lining them up. All in the family, our little
It was
dolls.
so cute.
It
That
was
was
very
a
cute.
that was a well-attended event.
It was
All
fantastic.
all ages, everyone dressed up from what I can remember. It was
Hmm.
just so cute. I know
It was
there's
really
lots of
fun.
photos and stuff from that, a little
Hmm.
further down on the Ghouls Ball page.
Yeah.
How do you think your passion for the band Ghost ties in to Ghouls Ball?
Um,
If if Ghost stopped touring and stopped making music and just
oh, I'd be so sad.
do you think that you would continue?
Yeah, I do,
with
because
these
people would
events?
miss it. People would
Yes.
miss it. So something that I actually had a discussion with the ministry
Hmm.
was that it gives fans something to keep them interested while Ghost is on various hiatuses through the years. I don't know the pluralization of hiatus. Hiatuses? Hiatutai? Anyway, so when they're on a break or not touring, it when we do those, it keeps people intrigued and it keeps them
Hmm.
amped and like just jazzed and ready to come back out when it's going on. And I've been fortunate that I've been able to be in LA when they've had tours through the area, and I can throw something around the same weekend, or if you're going to come out for the weekend, make a few days of a trip and come out to this party too. To answer your actual question, if they stopped doing it, yes, I think I would continue. And my passion for the band, it ties in because it's something I genuinely adore, and I can use my work as a means of facilitating being able to live it myself, because this event is created for fans to live out their own interpretations of ghosts as characters, lore, music, all the naughty bits, the fan fiction. Shit, we've made plays out of the fan fiction. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's been fun.
And I'm still doing it. And now I'm actually published. I'm writing fan fiction now. So it's really fun. Good luck finding it.
Oh,
It's
you sent me
there,
a
and
link.
it's nasty. Yeah, don't post that. I would hate because I've kind of become pen pals with some of them, and it would be really awkward if they were like, "Did you write that about me?" It's like, no,
No, it's a
not
character that exists
you,
in a different universe and not you.
but like Bizarro, you in a way. Not that I would like this to occur because it's not a first person story, so no. But I think that it's a fun way for me to also be able to dress up and wear this stuff out, because at rituals, you're not really allowed to do the makeup and the masking, and heavy makeup and costumes really aren't well received at a lot of concert locations just because of
No, they're
security. And
being
I get that.
banned.
They're being banned. And even at the Intuit Dome, I think you're not allowed to do stage makeup or masks at all. So
No.
look up if you're planning on going to a ritual. I don't know when this is going to air, but like every venue is different and they might make you scrub all your stuff off. But we don't do that at Ghouls Ball. We love to see the
No.
creativity. We love to see how inventive people get and their own takes on certain characters, and the way that they style it, the way that they can use their artistry and creative means to bring this stuff to life. And it's always just such a spectacle. In fact, the new era of costumes on tour right now, I hate to say it, but I was not very impressed with the design, because I am a costume creator and I do design characters and things like that. And it just looked not on par with what we had seen as a progression of fashion and design and costuming over the years.
Mhm.
And I just felt kind of let down until two of my friends showed up in full cosplay of those, not 2 days after we saw them for the first time in any ghost media. Like one photo was released of them and they went and made it in 2 days, turned up at a ghouls ball with it. And I was, my breath was taken away just seeing it right in front of me. Like, oh my God, this is actually incredible. So it really changed my mind on that. It's really amazing. So that's part of why I love this stuff, is like, if there's things you don't love about the band or one of their songs, you might find a way to really like it if you find a way to connect to it with what we're doing at these schools ball parties. Like somebody's going to bring it to life in front of you and you're going to get stunned into being a believer, as we say.
I fully agree with you because I really don't care if I get shit on for this, but I don't like how Tobias looks in the costume on stage. Not a fan. Don't like it. I like it on
Yeah.
you. It was hot on you.
Thanks. Well, I haven't really done a full cosplay of this era yet because I just don't like it. I'm not going to spend my time investing,
No, but I saw you
money
in the
and
mask, the
effort
face
into it.
paint, the
I
wig,
did.
all that. You looked
Well,
fantastic.
the mask was a gift from Raven Cult Crafts. They handed me
Hmm.
one. So I was like, okay, well, I have a Snow White
Right
wig.
up there.
And I got, this is the jacket I was wearing. And I was like, well, I've got like a turtleneck and a leather and I've got some gloves. And I just kind of put it on to see if I liked it. And I still didn't like it on me. And usually I'm really vain and I love me, but I couldn't get into it the way that I have with other characters. But I mean, it's going to change and it's going to evolve. And I'm not like an
Hmm.
old head. I'm not going to be like, oh, it needs to be satanic or nothing. It can still be fun rock and roll and sleaze rock anthems. And I love that too. But visually, the ministry asked my opinion and I said, it's a choice.
It's a
It's a
choice
choice.
that
They were
is
like,
there and was
oh,
made.
Yeah, it was like the release of Lacrima, and I got some texts, and they were like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "Well, I don't want you to hate me, so I'm just going to say it was some choices made."
Hmm. It's different. And that's where
I don't
I
have to love
sound like,
everything.
exactly. And that's where I sound like an old head, as you say, is
Yeah.
I'm just used to a certain image and then it's vastly different now. And I just haven't been able to wrap my head around it. And I don't have to because
Not yet.
we are all allowed to like or dislike certain elements
Yeah.
and it's okay to have opinions. To, no, to bring it back to Ghouls Ball, if you're, for instance, not a big fan of this era, look around you. You will find Primo, Secundo, you will find Terzo, you will find the
Probably
more
all on
like,
stage too.
I know, probably all on stage at some point.
Probably on stage.
You'll find different versions of the ghouls. You'll find people doing
Hmm.
their own type of cosplays based on these characters as well. And so there's so many delicious things and colorful things and fun creative things to
Hmm.
look at. Do
Yeah.
you think that that's one of the big elements that draws fans to Ghouls Ball is the space to be creative, be themselves, and just not be judged? It's like going to another ritual on a smaller scale.
What I do notice is it's more like that for people that are painfully shy,
Hmm.
that don't like to go out and be observed. And this, I'll mention this in a moment. There was a photo shoot that this actually happened. I think that being able to mask in every way of the word masking, to celebrate the dorky little things that we obsess over, gives a lot of freedom to people. And a lot of people that are involved with the Ghost fan community, they're extremely creative and very artistic and just incredible with it, but they just don't have anywhere to put that.
Hmm.
And say, like, if you're in a small town somewhere where you're the only weirdo, I mean, it could easily become like a West Memphis 3 thing, where just because you're the weirdo, that must mean you're the bad kid in the town. And it's like, no, I
Right.
wear rock and roll shirts, man. Like, so I do feel like a lot of people go there for the freedom of it, and they can be someone else, and they can present as someone else. Like, it's just incredible to see it. And the photo shoot thing, I shoot portraits for people. It's fun, and it's a cozy, like, at home atmosphere. It's an in-house studio, really cool. And I had a gal come over that is involved with School's Ball, in some ways, and we just did her normal portraits, and she was just kind of shy, and it was hard to get her comfortable, and I could tell. And she went and put on this beautiful costume. It wasn't a ghost costume. It's beautiful, with mask and this hood and diamonds and jewelry and all this beautiful dripping and just opulence. And she got in front of that camera like she was made for it. It was unbelievable. We took so many photos, like 30 of the same exact pose, because I could not get enough. Like, it just looked so gorgeous. And anytime I would show her the back of the camera, she could see herself. You could tell, like, this, she's seeing, the art. She's not seeing herself in it anymore. And you know what? I think that comes down to, sometimes we just aren't our type. So when we can see ourselves as something else and mask as something else, it really opens us up. It's a performer artist thing too, like performance artist thing. Actors do that a lot.
It's true. It's true. I've
Mhm. I
definitely had
was
those moments.
I was asked if I could sing for a couple of things, and I can't. And I was with another voice actor at a show in a backstage green room in a cabaret out here. London is full of really incredible, encouraging artists. It's really mind blowing, honestly. And we were talking about it because I was doing goofy voices backstage, and I do voice work. And they were like, "Well, you don't want to sing as yourself. Like, what if you sang as Marilyn Monroe? What if you sang as Lucille Ball? What if you sang as
Hmm.
this other character? Like, you could do it in the voice of Fran Drescher, and it would just be hideously Fran Drescher's goofy, animated voice, but you could do it as her." And I was like, "I could do that." She goes, "Yeah, do it as a character. Make up a goofy character and do it. That way it's not you singing. So if they suck, it's not you."
It's true.
So I don't know who that persona is. Delete the Instagram.
Yeah.
That
Wasn't
did
me.
not work well. If you hated me, my name is Unholy Briscoe. Bye.
Wow. As if I don't already have enough haters. Thank you.
Oh God, I'm
Okay,
just so
okay.
glad we're coming out of that. That was hideous. What the hell?
Well, I've noticed, well, we'll go back to Ghouls Ball in a sec. I've noticed that everyone, at least in like the ghost fandom, anyone who gets even just maybe it's a tiny bit of attention.
Hmm.
Let's say it's an artist that is making shirts for Ghost, just so many shirts over and over again.
Hmm.
The minute that they have a little bit of attention, tear them down.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Let's rip into their personal life. Let's accuse them of this, accuse them of that, and that, and that, and that. And,
They
that
will
is,
dig deep, and it's like,
oh,
wow,
yeah.
these
And,
13-year-olds
and
on
make up,
Twitter really need more to do. Oh
and make
yeah,
up things like,
yep,
oh, that's AI. No, it's not.
that's not.
It is not. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so we all have taken our turns. We've all
Mm-hmm.
had to go through the
We've all had
the
to log off
hate
Twitter and breathe
machine.
for a minute.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't even bother on Twitter. Those guys. Um, one of my goals this year was to just say what I'm thinking. So
But, my resolution was to shut the hell up.
I have admired you many times for your ability to just go, you know what?
Oh
And just
yeah.
and speak your mind. And I
Yeah.
admire that so much about you and so many other people that I know because I am a total pussy sometimes when it comes to speaking my mind. And it's a people pleasing thing. It's, there's trauma tied to it. And
Hmm.
so please don't shut up. I beg
Yeah,
you.
it's just I was scrolling through my Facebook and it was just a lot of just kind of rotten observations of the world that I was making commentary on, and it was just kind of getting negative, and that's not what. Okay, so the reason I chose that was because last year I lost a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine have passed away. And the last few things that you see when you look at their social media was pretty cringy call outs and cringy angst and anger. And I don't want to be memorialized like that.
Sure.
So it's like, I'd rather leave some fun things and entertaining things because the world kind of sucks and I'd like to distract people from that. So it's like if I can make people laugh or be clever or put a little more magic in and less angst, I would probably feel a little better about that. Yeah.
Well, absolutely. That I went out to coffee with a friend yesterday and he said it far more poignantly than this, but we were talking about just kind of bigger topics and he said, what do you want to leave behind in the world?
Mm.
And I said, I would, in conversations, I would like people to feel better after the conversation than when they started the conversation. Like I would like to
That's
fill
nice.
people's cup. And so I hope to be known as that person. You
Hmm.
don't really have control over your
Yeah.
image, but that's how I operate within the world, and I like to operate that way.
Hmm.
I don't want to drain
Yeah.
anybody. Yes.
Yeah, same. I was noticing like a pattern in my stuff, and I had a reality check. So I was like, I think I need to have a come to Jesus moment about the way that I portray myself. It's just a lot of
Or
like kind of rude commentary about the world. I just don't want to be a rude person.
And that's where the balance comes in too. And you're doing so many wonderful things, which then, tips the balance in that different direction that you're looking for of creating these lovely events for
Yeah.
Ghost fans. And there is not a lot that comes with it for you other than that
Hmm.
sense of a community that you're building, making new friends and able to showcase your passions and your talents as well. And like I said, I have, and you know this, I've admired you and been so proud of you for,
Oh,
it's been
thank
almost, I know
you.
I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be 3 years soon, and I'm just like so proud of you. And you took
Oh,
it, you
baby.
took it to the UK, and I know that you're talking to other places about throwing ghouls
Hmm.
balls, and I'm just
I
so
love
freaking
spreading
proud
my
of
balls
you.
around,
I like when you
Thank
spread your
you.
balls too. It makes me really happy, even though, I always have to have a moment on each episode where I cry for some reason, but it's just
That's so cute. You're so cute. Thank you. I love
I don't
you
mean
for
I don't
you.
mean to do it, but I do it, and
No,
I'm
it's
speaking
nice.
the
Thank you.
truth. Ah, All right. So I
No.
speaking of spreading your balls everywhere, I know what separates Ghouls Ball from other fan produced events. For interest, you were the first of its kind. And it's been really cool seeing you set a precedent for other fan events that have popped up around the world. I know what separates it, but I would like some information from you, some insight from you. What separates Ghouls Ball from other fan produced events?
So I was joking with her earlier that I had to take notes because it's just, days kind of blur together and so do years sometimes, and you don't quite realize what you've done. And
Yeah.
I actually Googled it. I Googled myself. Well, I was just poking around like, okay, what is the general consensus of all of this and why is it different? Because she sent me a couple of questions to focus on so I could be prepared, and
Always
completely
I want
forgot about
my
them
people
until today.
to be prepped.
Sorry. So this is what the internet has to say. Being a part of the ritual itself, not just observing it. So that was like the number one thing that I got. This is really fun, and this is based on a lot of reviews and commentary and social media
Mhm.
comments and posts and things.
Yes.
So I've compiled some lists here. I love lists. The deep immersion of it, because it is an 18 up and 21 and up event, we can play a little more into the adult themes of this without worrying about like our kids catching us or whatever. Because a lot of the lore, it is a lot of innuendo and it's a lot of dirty
Oh yeah.
jokes and a lot of songs that are about doing dirty deeds. And when you've got young children around, you can't really explore the jokes of it or the language of it
No.
or exhibiting, role play. It's really big on role play as well. So you can't really play with that idea,
Mm-mm.
uh, when it's when it's not a restricted age event. So part of it was that people really appreciate that. And then I also get a lot of backlash that we don't have enough kids events. I'm working on it. Just give me some time. It's hard. Um, so instead of it just being like we're observing ghosts from the outside, watching all of their stories and their chapters and their media and absorbing the concert, we're actually living in it. So when you walk inside the doors, we've decked these places out to appear like you are at a party with the actual clergy itself, like within
Hmm.
the Abbey walls, within, these songs, and you're living inside of them because you could turn around to the next person at the bar on top of you and there's Sister Imperator. Like it's just crazy. Like, oh, sorry, you were here first. You go ahead. Sorry. And you just want to back away. It's funny because people will play with you in characters. So it's just really interesting that way. High level costuming and performance culture was another featured thing that I discovered people really appreciate. Um, because the cosplay is on another level, you're really seeing the cinematic glory of everything that Ghost has put out there so far and the creativity of what people assume will be coming next. So people have just redesigned it all to live it the way they want to see it and see it performed. And even with the attendees, they kind of blur the lines between what we're presenting as performance artists with the cast of this show with just the people that are coming. So you can't really tell, like, is this just a party goer? Is this a person that's taking the stage? Oh crap, they're taking the stage. Oh crap, so am I. Crazy. So it's like you really are living it and you are performing it and the way that you observe it and you perceive it. It's just very, very fun. Um, it's a really fun way to blur that together. It's internationally attended, which is my big favorite
Hmm.
thing, is that we have people that come to every single party from
Oh
different
yeah.
countries and even perform in it from different countries and work in it from different countries. It's insane to me. We've had guests from, and when I do the UK events, guests from everywhere. Like people just fly in because it's really inexpensive to do that. You can get people out here from, Germany and Finland and all these places. And I mean, God, we even had somebody from South Africa at the last event. It was crazy. Just like, oh wow, came all the way from another continent. Insane. But because we also have a built-in kind of crew, one of them is international and they make sure they can be there for every single time. So they
Hmm.
plan their work and business around that and just being there and being present. It's incredible to me. And it's not something that you would find at a normal cocktail party. But in my head, it's still just like, oh, this is just a tiny little cocktail party. But then you look around and it's like there's different languages being spoken from people that just flew in from somewhere crazy. It's absolutely bonkers to me. Um, there was another point that was made online, which was community over celebrity, because we're not a corporate
Hmm.
event, we're not an executive sponsored event, we're not the band. So we're not trying to impress anyone. We're not trying to get our numbers up because the label pressures us. We're not trying to get our numbers up for attendance or sales or anything like that. We don't have to worry about that. It's not a thing that we're even thinking about. We just want to have a fun time and welcome people through the doors that want to be there. So it's more like, hey, the ministry is watching, but it's more just like if they look at our socials, they'll see what cool times that we've had together, which is really fun. And
Hmm.
sometimes they do, and it's really nice to hear about it. And a surprise when they do, because it's like you're thinking of us. So, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Give me a sponsorship. But it's just, it's meant to be just be like this is just it's not backed by any kind of executive entity. It's just like, hey, you guys want to hang out? That's all it is. Like, you guys want to hang out in stupid outfits and like just listen to some rock and roll? Yeah, cool. Let's do it.
Let's party.
That's
Yeah.
literally that's the attitude. Is like show up, have a blast, go home with some fun stories to tell your boss on Monday morning. So that was a big thing that people really praise is the collective collaboration of everyone involved, and even seeing performance groups surface and emerge through people getting to know each other. Like we've got our whole ghoul brigade, which is insane.
Yes.
Like these ghoul like performers now, to me,
Hmm.
they all were cosplaying and started kind of bonding, and then they started turning up synchronized with things and fun immersion bits themselves, and they became the hype ghouls, and they became
Yes.
like the party ghouls, and like they'll keep you dancing, and they all kind of just surround you and boogie, and they interview you, and it's just really fun. And then we had the Sisters of Phantasm just kind of became its own thing, and now it's its own little production show, and it's so cool to watch that. We didn't do that, they did that, they came up with it on their own. So it's like, hey, that's rad, put it on stage, let's go. So that's just, it's really fun. And also with your own involvement in getting us to do this was the guest appearances, which is always a huge highlight. And it's just insane. Like, what? You're inviting who now? And it's like, yeah, we're just gonna have them come out and say hi, maybe get on stage for something, I don't know. And it's like, okay, okay. So it became a fun thing that the party was known for, is just having all this wild involvement from lore and videos, music videos, the film. Like it was just wild to be able to just come out and like meet these people that are involved with it all. It's very fun. And in London, it was a surprise to me that I woke up from an email with an email from Vanessa Warwick. She wanted to come and hang out and check it out. The Ghouls Ball we did in London. She was like, "Tell me
Hmm.
about this. This is really interesting." And it's like, is this a bot? Is this like a spam account? Like, who is this? And then I
Is
was like,
someone pranking me?
somebody putting me up to this because I don't want to get excited. It was actually her. And she was like, I heard about this. I want to come see it. Is that okay? Can I come and hang? I just want to, see some of my old friends that I met on the Ghoul Bangers tour. And I was like, please come. Yes. Help me design the cocktail menu. So it was like we made up a cocktail for her. She loves old fashions. We made her a citrusy orange one that was great. She handed off the costume contest prize, which was lovely.
So
Or not
sweet.
the costume contest, the ministry pageant prize, and that was really lovely and nice. And she just was a hoot. She was just so gracious with everyone, and she just like came because she wanted to. So yeah, she had an interest in checking out the ones in LA, which is very cool. So who
Oh,
knows?
awesome.
Might be fun if she does turn up. That'd be really fun. But I did invite a lot of other folks that um, are like adjacent to the entity that is Ghost. So we'll see if people turn up or not. I don't know.
You you mentioned, not having like sponsorship right now, but you
Right.
do have support because when you're
I,
talking, I was just thinking about we have had pretty much all of the lore characters out at the events.
yes.
Justin Andrews, Liz
Mm-hmm.
Fenning, Alan, Marilyn. We had Christian Rodrigo who plays Jim DeFrock out. The only one that we haven't had is
That was
Rocky, but
so
he
fun.
comes out to LA all the time. So Mr. Saltarian, maybe
Maybe we can get him out.
we'll get him out there out there soon. But yeah, so that's
Yeah.
something that has set Ghouls Ball apart. And
Mm-hmm.
also Ghouls Ball has been, or like Phantasm, Ghouls Ball has been like big events at the ministry to all ages bowling event. So it's
Mm-hmm.
this whole evolution,
Mm-hmm.
type of production that can be so many things. And so it's really hard to define what is
Yeah.
Ghouls Ball, what is Phantasm Events, Presents, you know,
Mm-hmm. Because it was
you've
it was
even
a lot of different stuff. Every single event we did
mhm,
for a long time with the Phantasm name was very different, and that was where it was like a deviation from the things we did at Knucklehead.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
Knucklehead's like the
outside
down
of
and
this.
dirty, like yeah, Knucklehead's like the down and dirty party with Ghouls Ball. Phantasm was a collaborative effort between so many entities and bonded with
Yeah.
different charity events and all this stuff. It was always really cool. It just takes so much to throw that together. So it's like,
Those
hey,
ones are really big. And
just
so
those
those
are
are the
really
like,
big.
yeah, those are the like maybe once every couple of years or something like that.
Yeah, we'll
Those are
put a
big. Yeah.
put a little pause on that until we can like all regroup a little bit. Yeah, because that just took so many hands on deck. I mean, it was a massive undertaking, those events.
Another
But yeah,
element, another element you have is that you have official Ghost merch for
I
sale
do.
at these
Yes.
events when you're able to have space for your vendor table
Yeah.
versus all the other people that you invite out to vend. So that's very
Yeah.
cool too.
So the thing is with the vending, because we are, directly connected with, official stuff, which is great. It's such a nice thing to have. And I have a lot of items I would love to get sold. It's just when
Hmm.
we do these events, because Knucklehead's vending space isn't so big, we're really limited on access. And I'm much more interested in focusing on community artists rather than the official stuff, because you can just buy ghost stuff anywhere, really. But when it's
Yes.
provided for you there, it's really fun. And I think for the anniversary event, we will absolutely have that set up. We've got the Labyrinth box sets, we've got Impera box sets, I've got a ton of single records, we've got some sweaters and tops and shirts and all kinds of fun little doodads and things, like pins and stickers and just cool stuff. And
Hmm.
it's a lot to keep stored, but it requires like an entire van rental to get it all to a venue, and the parking also at Knucklehead is very hard and very limited to do a full load out
Hmm.
when it's just me and like not a bunch of folks like there with all hands on deck. So hopefully for the anniversary I'll have that all set up. You can just shop ghost goodies while you're there, which would be killer. We also have our own line of Ghouls Ball merch, which I actually just redid for the anniversary. Ghouls Ball shirts.
Killer.
So we've got that available actually now on my Teespring. So we've got a whole ton of Ghouls Ball stuff, goofy photos of me and Papa Drag, and like the goofy like Pope hat and lingerie stuff. Like that's all there. There's even totes and cosmetics bags and things like that. I've tried to redesign a few things to update them and get them moving a little bit, and they are. It's really nice. But yeah, it's I love that we have like an official connection with that. That's really cool, and it was what I was hoping for. It's just hard to orchestrate it, without
Oh yeah,
like
there's
having
so
a
many moving
stationed
parts.
vendor that I trust with that to not just like shove a bunch of crap in their own bag and leave with it. It's hard to find people I can trust with it. So I'm working on that. I've intended to have the official Ghost merch present. It's just really again tricky to orchestrate when I'm working on it like without a whole
Hmm.
ton of people like pitching in. So it's a little tricky. But I do love that. And the ministry itself is always giving me good guidance on like legal usage and things like that, what we can and can't do. And we're working within the safe parameters of that so I don't wake up to a lawyer contacting me because we've done
We've
something
we've
bad.
never we've never crossed any lines
No, I've never crossed that line.
because there are lines that are communicated. And
Yes,
so
very clear
always working
lines.
within those parameters, which is nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I do
s-
see other events popping up where they're really screwing up, and it's like, oh boy, good luck to you.
yeah,
Good
it's
luck.
one of those live and learn kind of things, and
Yeah.
like I said before, you want everyone to have fun and have their thing and everything as well, but there
Hmm.
is really nothing like Ghoul's Ball. There
It's nothing like it.
I've seen other fan events popping up here and there that have uh been inspired by elements of Ghouls Ball and Phantasm events and stuff. And so that's always interesting to see. And
Hmm.
also, it's like, oh, wow, I'm glad you like that.
Yeah, like
Liked it enough to
let's try
use
to
it for
keep
your
some
event.
things let's try to keep some things our own, please. Thank you. Like,
Yeah, I know. It can be hard to see it, and at the same time, it's like,
yeah,
oh, cool. We set like there's a precedent was set. Like events need to
yeah,
be like this, and so that's kind of cool
yeah.
to see as well.
Well, it's just, I mean, I'm specifically coming from a place of being a producer for events and large
Yes.
caliber stuff for decades. So, I mean, a lot of these folks are just somebody who kind of goes to a bar and thinks it would work there, and that's fine. But you're going to learn a lot, and it's not an easy thing to do. We make it look easy, and we make it look fun.
That's the
But
thing is we make it look easy.
yeah, and I can't sit here and be a hypocrite and say, oh, well, they're just stealing all these ideas because we're stealing ideas from Ghost. We are. It's tributing. So it's like, I can't be like squicky about that, or I can't get, the yuck feeling when I do see people literally verbatim doing exactly what we're doing. They're never really going to get it the way we do it. So I think that I'm pretty safe. I'm never really worried about it. But I will offer advice if people are thinking about doing their own. I'm happy to do that. Like, here's some pointers, but I'm not going to run the whole thing for you. Oh, I did help uh, something up in the Northeast that I hope it worked out really well. But it was just some pointers on like how to do all the logistical sides of it, rather than just play this song. It's like, here's how this really should go to make it easier for you as a showrunner, because sometimes people are just not event coordinators or showrunners by trade, and they just don't really know what goes into it. Like, hey, did you get the insurance? No? Yes. Don't allow dancing.
You mentioned
Someone's going to slip
that
and break their neck, and that's your fault.
yeah, they need to make sure they're getting insurance, that's for sure. And that's
Got
another
to do that
lesson
first.
that you learn if you're producing
Yeah.
events. You mentioned that we're like stealing elements from Ghost, but give yourself more credit because,
Mm.
you know, and because I also want to give myself some credit here too. So like I would
Mm-hmm.
bring in stuff I learned in theater. I would bring in
Yeah.
things that I learned like helping with fundraising events that I've run in the past. Even just
Mm-hmm.
like school events and stuff too. And then you, my dear, need to give yourself credit because you're not stealing from Ghost. You are bringing in elements. No, maybe when we do the lore things, yes,
The lore
but
things, yes, absolutely.
you are bringing in so many ideas of things that you have done in your other productions that have worked very well in order
Mm-hmm.
to streamline things. And you're like, okay, well, we will do a costume party and we'll do it, excuse me, we'll do a costume contest, and this is the way I've done it in the past and it's worked very well. So we'll have the
Mm-hmm.
audience cheer for their favorite and
Mm-hmm.
we'll do it this way. And so you're
Yeah.
always bringing in ideas and elements from your past
Mm-hmm.
productions, and you've been in the business for, did you say
Over
two
2 decades
decades?
now.
Over 2 decades.
Longer
So
than
give
that. Yeah.
yourself some credit. Damn
Even when
it.
it was the late 90s, I was still in leadership positions within different types of production arts and things like that. So I've always been the one I find it, I am well suited to operating things in a leadership position. Not as I want to be the queen. It's just like I know how this stuff has to fit together to make it work
Yeah.
seamlessly. Not like I want to be the boss and I want all the glory. I don't really give a shit. In fact,
No.
when we first started Ghouls Ball, we were all anonymous.
Hmm.
I was cautiously anonymously promoting it. Like, hey, did you guys see this thing? I saw it on Facebook. And
I
like
know, that
that's
was
why I was
funny.
doing it. I didn't want to be attached. And then people figured it out. And it's like, ah, damn it. Like I really didn't want that because I wanted it to stay in the realm of the lore and that everyone is anonymous and masked. That
Yes.
just like Ghost did not work for very long. So
Also, that's the
oh
thing is
well.
people want to know who is throwing these events? Can I trust them? Who am
Yeah.
I going to be partying with? Who am I giving money to
Hmm.
create these events? People want to know who's behind it. So it
It's
makes
like you're
sense
invited
eventually
to a
that would come out.
barbecue. Yeah, it's like you're invited to a barbecue and you go, okay, who all's going though? Who's gonna be there?
Or more
I want to
like,
go.
who are they? Are they going to poison my food? It's more, I think it's more along those
Yeah,
lines of why people want to know who's producing events. Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah.
It makes sense. I was wondering if you
They
could
need to know who to
share.
complain about.
Exactly, and they will. So I was wondering
Yeah.
if you could share some of your most memorable experiences from a Ghouls Ball that really resonated with you, and maybe even the fans too. Like, let's get some Vita feedback. Like, what were some of your highlights? And then if you can remember, maybe recall some fan feedback,
With the amount of whiskey I drink at those parties, I'm surprised I remember any of them.
which is very little.
It's like a cocktail. It's like
Yes.
10. So
It,
I don't know. Look, I do all the other work. I can cut back at the day. It's more about not the party itself, it's what comes after.
mhm.
And people have taken to doing their own reviews of these events. And it's very honest
Yes.
because I don't have like a Yelp page. I don't have a website where you can leave a comment for me or a guest book or anything like that. People are just posting all of their photos, like hundreds of pictures, and leaving reviews on it. Like, oh my God, this night, this happened and that happened and this happened. And it's things I wasn't even aware of happening with. I mean, I have my eyes on everything that's going on there because I want to keep it safe, but there are just like little interactions people have with other people in character, and it's just really, it blows their minds. And it's like, this is not stuff that I orchestrated. This is things that the party goers did on their own to make it a special time. So it's not even the work that, you or I had done or anyone else on the tech end had done at all. None of the performances really stuck out to me like that, where it was like this was a life-changing moment for me. And they're all incredible, yes, but not in the way that it feels when I open up my phone the next day and I see hundreds of posts and tags and reviews of amazingly sweet things and interactions people had for that night. And they're just recounting it all for me. And it was just really nice to see a point of view from other people that are going, that expect a high level of entertainment. They expect a good time, and they were completely blown away from it. And it's like, wow, we really went above and beyond. That's just so nice. Like, thank you for that. Um, I started screenshotting them all, and I have them in a folder on my phone called For a Rainy Day, and I get to
Oh,
read those. So it's like, oh, that's really nice. Like, people will send me messages like, this was the most amazing night. I never would have imagined I could have had something like this. It's just so sweet. And the London event was just incredible because so many people shot their own media content for that. Like, the amount of reviews and story posts and all this amazing scenes from the night. It's a tiny venue. I mean, it's not a massive place, and everyone was kind of congregated in one spot. Congregated, congregation. Mm. But it was just so cute to see like how different things looked from different perspectives, and just how celebrated all of it is. And every time I've done this event, the one thing that really I always really hold on to is when I've loaded out my car and everyone else has helped me take everything apart, take down
I
the
know
stage and
it's
the
so
lights and take
sweet.
everything down and load it out. And it's just so special and nice that they do that, because I'm exhausted and they know it. Like, let me just help you get out of here. And I'll just sit in the car for a minute. I'll pull out of the parking lot so they can't tell I'm doing this. But I always pull around the back street of the venue and just kind of take a second. And I'm usually leaving alone. So it's like, okay, no one's going to see me. And then I just break down crying. Like, I don't ever talk about this. Every single time I'm in hysterical, ugly crying with like the papa makeup, just, I'm just sobbing. And it's like, God, I really wish there was a way that I could explain this to Tobias, like the way that this all felt because of just some silly idea that he had.
Hmm.
I wish that I could convey that. And I'm going to get weepy now too, because it's not like this means so much to me, but it's just like such a special way to have a community around you, and such a special way to make friends. And I've been invited into people's families. I've had people go on tours internationally with me just because I met them at a Ghouls Ball.
Hmm.
It's incredible. I've met these people's kids. I've met their families. Their parents have cooked for me. Like, it's just, they've put me up when I've been traveling and I needed a couch to crash on. It's just given me like a whole lot of that. So that is more important to me than I think like, oh, this cool thing happened, or I did a good act at this party, or I danced really good to this song. It's just more like everyone else's perspective on it feels like such a success to me, and it's so heartwarming. And just that moment when I get to leave and I'm just unloading it all, because there's just so much work that goes into it. And it is so exhausting. Like, every single day, like, my partner will tell you, I'm constantly pecking away at it and trying to make sure everything's organized and beautiful and perfect, and I've got everything ordered that I need and set away, and like my packing lists to like make sure I get everything out of storage in time and load it out in time, and like all the extension cables I need to make sure I have. Like, all that stuff I have to focus on and make sure I'm ready. And then I just get to celebrate it. And then I get to see how much everyone else celebrated it too. It's mind blowing. Like, I really wish that feeling of sobbing in my car after, I could explain that, and like what is going through my head with that. It's just incredible, because I will type it like, oh my God, if this ever crosses the right desk, it's just, this was so beautiful and this was so
Oh.
nice and fun. And it's because of your work that we got to do this. And it's so silly, because I don't ever feel that when I do my burlesque shows. And I've been producing burlesque for over 20 years as well. I've been producing nightlife and carnival events, and even big charity parties and stuff like that, and working through like student pride alliances at universities. I've done drag at universities to like get people comfortable with coming out, and like, pointing people to safe houses and charities and things like that. And it's like, that is a wonderful, heartwarming feeling, but just getting all of it out and then going home is just, oh my God, it's such an incredible feeling. I think that is probably the one that's what sticks out to me the most. That's what I look forward to the most, is that cry after it's all over.
That was so beautifully said. Thank you for sharing that with us. You've shared that
It
with
was a bit of a
me. Thank you.
ramble. I was
No, I love
rambling.
it. I
Yeah, but like,
know.
even if sorry.
Well, I was going to say, I know that you're not going to talk yourself up, but I wonder if you would let me share,
Okay.
like, as a fan of yours, and if I might say one of your besties, there's a standout moment for me of watching you and being like, holy shit. Can I share that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, I'm crying because of how, like, not only how proud I am, which I've already said, but just watching you do your craft and seeing you enjoy yourself at the same time in this particular instance was amazing. So, we invited Christian Rodrigo, Jim DeFrock, to come out to an
Oh,
event. That was our Ghouls
that was
Gone Wild
so
event.
fun. I think
And
that was my favorite that we did.
that was our Ghouls Gone Wild event. It was benefiting trans family support services, Pride Month, all of the above. Christian Rodrigo was more than gracious to come out and be Jim DeFrock, which was very cool.
That was
But
so cool.
we kept him hidden until a certain part of the evening. And you, my dear, dressed up like Jim DeFrock for the entirety of the evening and hosted the whole event as Jim DeFrock as we had him hidden. And you did an amazingly chaotic, sexy, insane, unhinged, gorgeous
Jim's night
burlesque
out.
number. Burlesque number two, Jesus, He Knows Me. And it was so fucking unhinged and hilarious. And you are frozen on the screen. Are you there? No. She's out again. We shall pause.
You did a burlesque performance and it just shut right off. I'm so
You got
sorry. I don't know
it.
what's going on.
No problem, hun. So
But I didn't hear anything beyond that.
you did one of the most unhinged, sexy, hilarious, chaotic burlesque performances I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. And it was to Jesus He Knows Me. And
Yeah.
you got like stripper hockey players around you. You're pretending to snort things in your nose. You're pretending to spank butts. You're doing all the crazy Jim DeFrock things, stripping your clothes off, and you're wearing this sexy red, sparkly, strappy number full with like 6 inch heels with garter belt and fishnets
It
and it is and nipple tassels
it
as
was
Jim
it was
DeFrock.
Defrock's night on the town. It was
It
like
was
meant to be a
so
continuation of the music video.
fucking hilarious. And then
It was so wrong.
us, your whole staff comes out
Hmm.
and we all come out in our hockey outfits and we do the little dance around you and then we just go off and we shoot white silly string all over you while you're just taking it. You're down on your knees and you're freaking taking it. And then one of the hockey players pulls the mask off and it's it's the actual
Jim
actor who plays
DeFrock.
Jim DeFrock. Meanwhile, he has just bukkakied you with silly
Yes,
string and loved
correct.
every fucking moment of it. He was when I pitched this idea to him,
Oh God.
the smile that started going over his face.
It's like, hello, lovely to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
Go for it.
please bukkake me with silly string.
Please, thank you. That was very lovely.
And you just saw this whole number that I just did as your character. He was so happy. He was so freaking delighted. and proud, and he loved every moment of it. And so as an
Uh,
even though I was very briefly in that number, most of the time I was able to watch it from either
mhm.
front of stage and side stage. I have never seen you so fucking animated and chaotic. And it was brilliant. So thank you, Vita, for doing
Thank
that
you.
for everyone at Ghouls Ball.
Oh my God,
That
that
was
it
the
was
stuff of
freaking
legends.
unhinged.
That
So
was
it's funny.
of legends.
Thank you, because that was such a time, and the photos from that are just ridiculous. Because I'm just
They're
on the
so good.
ground, covered in
Mhm.
glitter and whiskey and silly string, and like torn out
Yes,
Bible pages and confetti and money, and he's just leaning over me like, "Yeah, good job," and I'm just like
I
in
did
crappy
that.
drag with like a painted on beard with like little felt on it to look like curly beard. Oh my God,
It
it was
was so funny.
awful. That was so okay. So anytime that it's a weird thing now, and it's not like a humble brag. It's just a reality of being an entertainer. Is
No, she cut out again. I am just gonna kill myself.
know what's happening.
Uh, it's probably StreamYard going, Listen, you guys are having way too much fun. All right, so I would like
Uh,
to know your humble brag, and then I would like to
okay,
know about the next two ghouls balls that you have coming
okay,
up, and then we will call it a day so you don't
okay.
have to
I'm
keep
so sorry.
dealing with this. It's all good.
Listen, Wi-Fi in the old country is a little rough. We're trying our best. So
You
the
were,
funny thing that happens with me, it's I live in LA, and that means you're going to at some point befriend people of notoriety.
yes.
And sometimes you end up performing as characters that they have portrayed for a living. And it feels really weird and it's awkward. And then sometimes you do it and you're really proud of it and you tag them when you post it. I've gotten some thumbs up from people that have,
Rob
it's been very
Halford.
nice. Okay, that was a thing. That was a whole thing. I
I'm
ran a
just gonna
metal
name
show.
drop. I'm just gonna name
I
drop because
ran a
I'm proud
metal
of you.
show. It was incredible. My mom told me about it before I even knew. I was running a metal burlesque show called Hail Satin in Hollywood, and I
Yes.
still run it. It's a fun one. And I did Rob Galford. So it was kind of stud drag. So in the king world, a
Yes.
stud drag is somebody with their boobs still out. You're not taped up. You're kind of just performing as a man from the neck up. Kind of fun.
Hmm.
But it's still drag. It's still fun. It's a little more punk. And I did a full on like transformation into Rob Halford with an inflatable motorcycle and like the leather. I designed a stripper outfit with all the same leather patterns and the stud patterns and the rhinestone fringe. And
So
as I
good.
made it, I was like, you know what, this isn't that different from what he'd actually wear. So somebody recorded it and sent him a clip and he shared it. And I commented back to him just like, that was incredible. And he goes, I've been dragified. It's about time somebody kinged me. And I was just
Yes.
like that's the metal god. So my mom saw him share that. I didn't even realize it happened because I wasn't tagged in it. It was just like, what's this? And boop, shared it. And my mom calls me and goes, did you know that the metal god shared your work? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's just like, go look at Rob Halford Legacy on Instagram.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that. That was pretty
Uh,
funny.
so freaking fun. It
That
is,
was probably the
I just love
coolest.
when that
Yeah.
happens.
2024 was a wild year.
Oh yeah.
That was a wild year. A lot of wild stuff happened that
Metal
year. As a metal
God.
god. Yeah, I was so excited. Like, who else can I do? Like, what can I do?
Oh yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Now we are rounding out to coming very close at this moment to the third anniversary of your production, Ghouls Ball.
Yeah.
We have two events coming up, right? I say we. I'm not like I'm not running your event. I'm like the royal we. You have two events coming up. One is in February, and that
Yeah.
coincides with a special date as well
Mm-hmm.
of something happening around the same time. And then you have another
Mm-hmm.
one, I believe it's March 22nd, right?
Yes.
Can you
Mm-hmm.
tell me what is the one in February and when is that?
Okay, so this one came about after I'd already planned the anniversary event in March. And it was a last minute thing. And it was a trip that I was not planning to make. And then something fell in my lap that I could not say no to, photography related. And I was like, sure, I can make a trip happen. And I was like, wait a minute, that's right in between two ghost shows in Southern California. So I was like, ugh, I guess I'll do a party. Fine. So I tried to figure out like what could I do because I was already deep in the planning phases for the anniversary, and it's like, shit, I'm gonna wear these kids out. But then I remembered that when I was running the metal show, the metal burlesque show, that the ghost show we had done was really well received. So I was like, you know
Hmm.
what, let's just make it a ghost burlesque night, get a little unhinged with it. You know, it could be really fun because I could call on my own burlesque community to be a part of that. And we've got some performers that are just metalheads and real weirdos, and they're also huge fans of Ghost, and they're glamorous. Like these are fine, glamorous, like beautiful burlesque performers. So that was really cool that they had an interest in it. So I was like, all right, cool, let's just do a Ghost burlesque show. So I'm deep in the phases of promoting that. Then I had to scramble to find vendors and make sure the date worked with Knucklehead and just like make sure it all worked. Everyone had a yes, and thank goodness. So that's what's happening there. That's just strictly a burlesque show with a ton of ghost music, the same vendor idea, same cocktails, same cosplay stuff. We're doing costume contests. It's still a very fan focused event, but this one has a burlesque show built into it. Super cool.
And that's February 11th?
February 22nd. So
Oh,
that's
what?
smack in
Why did I?
between. It's
Okay.
okay. It's smack in between the Anaheim and the Inglewood ghost concerts.
That's
So that's
right.
like a
Now I
nice,
remember.
nice little sandwich in between those two. So people that are going to either can come up and have a party, like an after party or a pre-party with us. That's kind of cool.
Right, because you
And
might
then
see a totally different crowd. It might be the people that are like coming
totally
into
different.
town for the Ghost concerts.
Yes.
So you might
And
see a lot of new
then
faces.
you might, yeah, we'll see. So hopefully we get some new attendees that become, supportive of it and come back time and time again. It's
Hmm.
really nice to see when that happens. I don't really ever see anyone once,
No.
which is great. It's always like, welcome back. Hey, good to see you. Instead of
Oh
like,
yeah.
hi, who are you? Nice to meet you. I'm Vita. And it's always just like, welcome home.
She's out again. This poor thing and her Wi-Fi. This is what, like probably the fifth time, I think. This poor thing. All right, let's pause it and we will bring her back in 1 second. The eye roll. You're all, ugh. So the anniversary is on March 22nd. It is the third
Yes.
anniversary. Ghouls Ball is always a blast. It's always fun stuff to expect, but I'm wondering if you could give us maybe just a little sneak peek, like a little tidbit of maybe what people could expect at this one.
We don't usually do that for anyone. We like to live in secret, but we are bringing
Yes.
back some of our key players from the initial Ghouls Balls events, which are it's going to be great. It's going to be kind of a nice homecoming, and then bringing back more stage acts, which will be really cool. And I'm keeping the rest to myself. You're just going to have to come and celebrate with us.
Naughty.
Mm, mm, there will be more. But I'm not willing to give all of my sacramental wine away to the first congregant making confession.
Fine, fine, fine. You'll just tell me as soon as we stop recording. That's fine. No, I'm kidding.
It's
It's been a pleasure having you here.
been great to be back.
Fucking love you, and it's cool having
Fucking
you
love
on as a
you.
it's cool having you on as a ghost, as a host, not a host. See, my brain is just it is
That's
nice
fun.
having you on as a guest, not a
Thank you.
co-host this time. And I get to rapid fire question you and have a conversation with you instead of us interviewing somebody else. So I've really enjoyed this. And I am so excited for the anniversary. See what you have up your
Me
sleeve.
too.
There's always fun surprises at Ghouls Ball.
Yes.
There's only one Ghouls Ball.
Only one.
There's
Yeah, this is
only
the one.
one, and it is quite a fucking experience. So thank you for bringing that to us, Vita.
Thank you for being a part of it.
It's been my pleasure. I love
Oh,
you.
I love
All
y'all.
right.